Hey everybody, and welcome to the weekly scopes from the 10th to the 16th of December. On the 10th of December, Venus makes an opposition to Jupiter. So positively, this brings feelings of love, harmony and abundance. It can increase our social skills, making it a good time for networking on the professional level or making new social connections. Financial opportunities can also come up during this time, so take advantage of those or use this energy to help you plan your finances better. Negatively, it can lead to us overindulging and wasting money and stuff as well, so we have to balance overextending ourselves financially and emotionally with being practical with what we really need to be doing right now as well. So the best use of this energy is to use it to focus on developing new relationships, repairing breakdowns and arguments in existing romantic and platonic relationships or family relationships and stuff like that. Sorting out, troubles with co-workers that, season greetings and all of that. So just use this energy to express your love and appreciation for others and to look for opportunities to grow, especially socially. If you feel that way, you may just want to, be alone. From a spiritual perspective, it gives us the abundance to be grateful for what we have, to recognize the blessings that we have in our lives and be more open to receiving and giving more as well. Overall, it's a time to connect with our inner sense of worthiness and allow ourselves to receive the gifts that the universe offers. It can make us feel more optimistic and enthusiastic and more aspired to living life with a more positive mindset from now and the coming new year as well, where we may see previous limitations as, things we can get over. It encourages us to dream big and believe in our own potential for success and ourselves, be more optimistic and hopeful in our relationships and life. And it basically helps us to find common ground and resolve conflicts in our relationships, so that's always a good thing. On the 11th of December, the moon enters Scorpio and Mercury makes a set star to Venus. So the moon in Scorpio for the next 2 days allows us to self-reflect, to get to the depths of our emotions and to heal ourselves psychologically and emotionally. Also take a look at our finances, especially joint resources as well. Mercury's set star to Venus increases our ability to express love and affection, so counteracting the negatives of being jealous when the moon's in Scorpio and stuff. This energy wants us to build more and supports us in, building more open and loving communication with others. So it increases our ability to express affection, empathy and appreciation towards others. It supports our artistic, creative plans and wants us to, as I said, seek that harmony in all of our relationships and stuff by being more loving and compassionate, connecting with others from a place of empathy and understanding. We can create a deeper sense of unity within our interactions, and we can allow ourselves to just actively listen and to create a safe space for ourselves and our loved ones to share their thoughts with us, and we can share our inner worlds, and we can just be a bit more settled in our relationships. On the 12th of December, the moon leaves via combustion. The sun makes a quincunx to Uranus. The moon also enters void of course, and there's also a new moon. So if you want to know more about the new moon, check out the separate audio. So the moon leaving via combustion. So via combustion is known as the burning way. So the moon's leaving that volatile zone now. We can, see a decrease in the moodiness and jealousy and stuff that the moon in Scorpio brought, and the moon being in between the 15th degree of Libra and the 15th degree of Scorpio. So the moon's still slightly in Scorpio until when it goes void of course. So this allows us to bring balance back into our lives, to restore inner peace. The sun's quincunx to Uranus challenges this inner peace, because it highlights a clash that can happen between our need for stability and our need for change. Uranus is all about personal freedom, being attached and thinking outside of the box. So this energy can inspire new ideas and perspectives, spark our creativity and bring us breakthroughs. But we have to be cautious, because they can also sort of, these changes can disrupt our sense of security and stability, and unexpected events can, kind of interrupt with our routines or drag us unexpectedly out of our comfort zone. So we just have to watch out for that. So spiritually, it brings us healing and renewal, lots of energies to help us release our emotional baggage and conflicts that have been weighing us down, allowing for sort of spiritual liberation and a deeper connection with our higher selves. The Sun's quincunx to Uranus challenges us to examine our own resistance to change and embrace the idea of stepping outside of our comfort zones. It prompts us to question whether our needs for stability and security is holding us back from experiencing personal growth and expansion. During this time, it's important to be open to new possibilities and approaches. Instead of clinging tightly to familiar routines and beliefs, we can consider how we can adapt and evolve in the different aspects of our life, exploring new interests, learning new skills, reassessing our goals. And although challenges that come up over the next few days, or whenever challenges come up in our life, because they can always come up, although they may cause us that discomfort, that pain, that separation, that loss, they can, if we remain open for it, give us a unique opportunity for personal growth and transformation, acting as catalysts, pushing us to break free from our old patterns and embrace new ways of being, step out of our comfort zones, and reminding us that ultimately, if we want to grow, if we want to think sort of like new in our life, we have to take risks and embrace change. And by letting go of our attachment to stability and security, we can create space for fresh ideas and possibilities to enter our lives. So during this time, it's important to remain sort of open-minded and flexible, and instead of resisting the changes that might come our way, we can choose to view them as sort of opportunities for expansion. And this may involve letting go of outdated beliefs and embracing new ways of being and living and interacting with others and stuff like that. Uranus's energy really wants us to question if we're living authentically or just following, our family or society's expectations, wanting us to embrace and acknowledge that change is inevitable in life, and it's best for us to shift our perspective and see life's challenges as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Also, bringing to our minds the importance of welcoming the unexpected, opening ourselves up to a world of possibilities, and knowing that these disruptions and unexpected events can serve as beacons of light, guiding us through uncertain times and providing us with a sense of purpose by giving us that action to think, I want better than this, I want to do better, I can do better, I need to leave this. So take a time to reflect on your goals and aspirations, asking yourself things like, what drives you, what are you passionate about, and these questions can really help you focus your mind. So that's the 12th of December. Okay, on the 13th of December, the moon enters Sagittarius and Mercury goes retrograde. So I've done a whole different audio about Mercury retrograde, so if you want to listen to that, check out the link in the description or the playlist, but I'm just going to talk about it briefly as well. So the moon in Sagittarius brings us a wave of positivity and adventure, encouraging us to explore new things and being open to new things as well. Mercury's retrograde can bring challenges because it can slow down communication to make us misunderstand and misinterpret things, so we have to double check the details and think before speaking or making important decisions. Aligning our goals with our long-term visions, and to just be mindful of how we say things to others, giving time for travel delays and things slowing down, and giving people grace as well, because we may mistake what they say or they may step our boundaries, but knowing that conflict will and arguments, especially at this time of year, just make things blow out of proportion. It's the season of goodwill, so allow yourself to forgive and yourself and others, and also be open to forgiveness yourselves from others, but just be careful before revisiting your past and stuff like that, because I don't want you all rekindling with exes and saying, oh, it's all my fault and stuff. Never ignore red flags. Believe me, people can say words, but actions are so much harder to fake. So to protect yourself and keep yourself open to the vibration of love, always watch actions as they reveal the truth. So yeah, there's nothing to report for the 14th of December, but on the 15th of December, Mercury leaves out of bounds, the Sun trines the Moon's North Node, and the Moon also enters Capricorn as well. So Mercury's in retrograde. That gives us the opportunity to delve deep into our subconscious minds and address any unresolved psychological, emotional, spiritual trauma and wounds that are getting in the way of our ability to express ourselves and be open to ourselves and others. So Mercury leaving out of bounds when it's in retrograde is kind of like I don't know, it's like a blessing but a curse, because Mercury's still in retrograde, but it's leaving out of bounds. So this means that people will be less fiery, our thoughts can become more scattered and have difficulty in focusing, because when Mercury's in bounds, it normally brings just this energy for us to just be free in our thought and to sort of not care about what others think. But when it comes back in bounds, we'll be more careful about what we say. So when Mercury's in retrograde, this is good. It's good that it's coming back into bounds, but just watch out for still making hasty decisions. Use it to sort of think out of the box and be more honest in your communication as well. But ultimately, this energy allows us to be more flexible, which is needed. The Sun's trine to the Moon's North Node can increase our intuition, attract sort of beneficial opportunities and experiences to ourselves, especially those that align with our life purpose. So this makes it a good time to focus on our personal growth and make meaningful connections. The Moon in Capricorn, which it goes into at 8:15, allows us to have that practicality, discipline and long-term planning over the next 2 to 3 days, making it great for us to set goals and work responsible in going after what we want and in our relationships as well. But just watch out for being emotionally cold. Make sure you nurture your relationships, and if you need space, just say, if you are in an intimate relationship, rather than just disappear. Mars is trine to Chiron, allows for this deep healing and transformation, and us, confronting our past and overcoming challenges as well. So these transits of today help us to break free from limitations and align with our life purpose, and develop discipline and practicality, and to make positive changes in our lives. So yeah, on the 16th of December, we've got a crescent moon. The Sun enters Sagittarius and the Moon enters void of course. So it encourages us to take action towards our goals and represents the start of a new sort of lunar cycle. We just had the new moon, so the crescent moon can just make us really focus on growing, but negatively it can make us more impatient if we don't see immediate results. So just try and chill out a bit and know that it can take time for things to come into our life. The Sun in Sagittarius can expand our horizons, encourages us to explore different perspectives and cultures. So, it kind of counteracts the sort of being closed-minded, as I, was saying earlier this week. It can also allow for us to, just get a different understanding of the world, but it's mutable energy as well. So it can make us take risks without considering the consequences. It can make us stubborn and prejudiced, on the negative end. Yeah, it can make us open-minded, but it can also make us stuck in our ways and, you know, resistance to other people's opinions and beliefs as well. But the best use of this energy is to use it to step outside of your comfort zone and to seek higher information and wisdom, and to trust and have faith in your personal abilities to change, because sometimes we don't change because we think we can't change, we're too old, you know, changes for others and stuff like that as well. So ultimately, as the sun goes into Sagittarius season, we are encouraged to explore our spiritual and more philosophical, be more intellectual, be more thinking and act with purpose in our life over the next 3 to 4 weeks while the sun's still there. So yeah, that concludes this week's weekly scopes from the 10th to the 16th of December.